Recording? Okay, I think it's, yeah, I just started recording. Okay, that's good. I hope it works. Anyway, so question for you guys. Who of you, I know one of you that is here, know about JavaScript, but who of you know about JavaScript? Who of you know what is JavaScript? Have you ever heard about that? You can test, you can chat, you can send me a message in the chat. If you, some of you know what is JavaScript, have any idea of what it is, what it means, don't be shy.
My understanding is that on JavaScript, well, nowadays a lot of web developers use for the front end, and it's an object oriented, not fully object oriented like C++ or Java, but it's much easier to manipulate. Well, that's what I know.
Oh, that's good. That's great. That's great. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Somebody else have any experience with JavaScript? Have heard about it? Somebody else? Somebody else? Kenring, I knew it. Thank you. Thank you, Kenring. I think you got some experience with that before. That's great. Somebody else? Okay. I think nobody else. Okay. Just let me 1 second. Let's start sharing my screen. Okay. So now everybody's there, right? So let me, where is the, okay. Here we are. So for this session, I want to introduce, you guys know JavaScript. And for all of you who doesn't know, who weren't here last class, one of the resources that I like to use, that I love using is W3 Schools, because they explain like everything super, super easy, in an easy matter, in an easy way. If you guys can go to W3 Schools JavaScript, we can start. We can start working that. Let me. What is this?
Can you put the link on the chat?
Yes, that's what I am trying to do. The chat. Okay, and the chat, as usual, doesn't show up. Give me 1 second. Chat always gives me problems. Give me 1 second, guys. Oh my god, I'm sorry. This is kind of annoying. Okay. Right there. So everybody, all of you can go there. And here we go. JavaScript tutorial, right? What is W3 School? W3Schools.com is a web page that offers tutorials for different programming languages and different platforms. I think that especially if you are into web development, if you are into Python, you want to learn these kind of things, W3 School is the place to start, definitely. So, what is JavaScript? Let me explain something right here. For all of you that are new and doesn't have any like idea of what we were doing as class, web development have three main languages. So the first one is the HTML that defines the content of the web page. All the content of the web page is going to be in HTML. It's kind of a language, programming language. Yeah, we can tell. I mean, it's not like super elaborated, but yeah. And the same with CSS. CSS is more like a set of rules than an actual programming language. And with CSS, what we do is just to specify the layout, to change the appearance of the web pages, right? And JavaScript is how the web page behave, right? So for example, these buttons are JavaScript, right? It's very important. Anytime you make, for example, a search, this is JavaScript, this search, this query is JavaScript, combined with other things, but yeah, JavaScript. When you press these links, some JavaScript can be involved on that, right? So, I want you guys, I share the link because I want you guys to do something that we did last semester, and I think it's kind of fun. You don't have any idea of JavaScript, it doesn't matter, okay? But I want you to take this. What is the test? This is a test yourself with exercise. So I would like you guys to start the exercise. Okay? I'm not gonna ask you to do all of them because it's like a 77, 67. Like, come on. So just try to do the first 10 exercises just with variables and operations. Okay, guys? You don't have to know, you don't know what is this about, don't worry at all. Okay, but just try. I'm gonna give you like 10 minutes. Okay, just to know, and then you let me know how many good answers you had. You don't have to have any, you know, but if you had something, that's good. So just try it out. Okay, let me know, guys, if you have any questions. And don't worry, by the way, I'm not grading anybody. I mean, this is not a class, again, this is just a club. I just want you to know, guys, how you performed here. So I don't go crazy later when I'm going to explain different things. Okay, so just do it and let me know. All right. Okay, where is the chat? Where is the chat? Okay, any question, guys? Are you all you guys are there in the test? The exercises, actually.
Professor.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Okay, let me show you. I shared this link in the chat, right? So the idea is that you go to that link and then there is a part of the web page that says test yourself with exercises. So you just go there and press start the exercise. Okay? Okay. Chat is always, yeah. Okay. Okay. So let me know, guys. Just the first thing, the first 10, okay? If you don't know any of them, don't worry. Again, don't worry. Everybody is doing that, right? Just want to make sure that everybody's there. Johan say yes. Thank you. Thank you, Johan. Right. Do you have any problem with the link or anything? Do you have any concern? Let me know. The first section have 5 exercises. So the idea is that you do the first and the second one because it's 5 and 5, right? Right here. It is 5 and operators is another 5. You're welcome. Oh, okay. All right. Hello, Lanisha. How are you? So that you know, we're going to be introducing JavaScript today. If you can go to the link that is in the chat, and then, or actually, if you just go to this link, just to do it. Let me open the chat. Okay, the chat is always. Okay, Daniel is done, and he got correct 6.
That okay.
To be honest with you, Daniel, that's impressive. I mean, if you have knowledge from JavaScript before, I mean, I think you don't have any knowledge of JavaScript before. I don't know. I think that's great. Again, we are not grading, okay? So don't be shy. If you get 0, that's okay. Okay, that's completely okay. What I'm doing right now, the idea is that we can just kind of assess how is the knowledge in general about programming language of all of you. And I think that's important because then I know how far we can go. You know, the idea is that all of you are gonna get the projects done, but we might have more or less complicated features in the project. So that's the idea. Okay, I think all of you, let me know guys if some of you already finished. Daniel is done. So if somebody else finished, please let me know, right? Okay, Mahim, don't worry. Okay. Mariam, that's perfect. Okay. 8 out of 10, Mariam. Okay. So don't worry because this class is gonna be, this class is pretty much is gonna be about what we just did in this test. Okay. And don't worry because I know that if I do the test, maybe I'm not gonna get all of them right. So don't worry. Okay. But we're gonna be addressing that. Very good for you, Mariam. Yeah, I think so. Just let at some of the, just look, okay, just look at some of the answers and follow the pattern of entering data. Yeah, that's true. Okay, I think there's already 10 minutes. So all of you guys, I have answers from 3, 4 people. So if you guys can let me know if you are okay. Out of, I got 5 out of 6. Okay, that's good. Somebody else, please.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, please.
And that got me when you were declaring var in one line, there was a declaration that you have to get it all of them in one shot just only by declaring var only one time, first name, last name, and the age.
What exercise is that?
I think it was I think it was 5. Yeah, that one.
Extension though. Yeah, you can declare the two variables in one.
What, 3 variables?
I think
In
you
one,
need a comma to do that.
right? I'm sorry. I thought in JavaScript you have to declare each by, you know, each individual variable with a var. No.
Oh, I mean, it doesn't matter. No, I mean, JavaScript is very flexible, very
Really?
flexible. It's not the only. It's not the only programming language where you can define variables in one line. I think also you can do that in C++. I'm not sure, but I know that there are some of them. So we usually declare that in one. We usually declare that in only one line. I mean, we usually declare that like in different lines, so it's more clear.
Yeah, that's how I saw it. So that's what this question threw me off. That's all.
That's great. That's great. Thank you for your question. Yeah. All right. Somebody else, Kiko, Maricela. Okay, Maricela, you was just talking, and I think okay, Linisha, if you are good, let me know if you got to do it. Jenny Davis. Okay. Give me 1 second. Let's wait 1 more minute. Linisha. Hello. Hello, how are you? Are you there? Hello. Hello. Okay, I'm gonna start moving. I just got in and listening. Okay, perfect. I start my brain. I am able to do the exercise. Okay, perfect. So the exercise is just to assess how you guys, how's the knowledge about programming language of the class? What is the knowledge of the programming language class? Okay, so don't worry. The numbers you gave me just gave me an idea. As usual, we have very good people. I mean, very people with very good knowledge about it in general. And as usual, we have people who doesn't have, and that's completely normal. So don't feel bad for that, okay? So let's start explaining a little bit. Okay, it's not this one, it's the other one. All of you, thank you. Thank you. And also, thank you for telling us the answers. I mean, for saying that. Okay. So let's start with variables. Okay, let me show you something first. I want to show you the first example. Okay, for all of you who are new to this coding club, this is a web page, right? This is a web page right here. My first JavaScript. That says my first JavaScript, and click me to display the date and time. Yes, this is a web page, right? Very simple web page. Every web page has 3 main elements or parts. Has the HTML, that the HTML enclosing tags, where everything is going to be written down over there. Also, it's going to have the body tag, when all the content is going to be there, the content on the web page. And also, there's going to be the head tag settings of the web page going to be there. So this is a heading, a title right here. My first JavaScript, you can see it right here. This is a paragraph that is going to display the day and time. And all this code that is right here, this should be completely new, or this is what is new for this class of today. As I told you guys before, JavaScript is the It's the behavior. It's the behavior. It's what the web page do. So this is a very simple example of JavaScript. And this is a button, right? And it says that, okay, this type button, whatever. I mean, what kind of button is it's a button? And on click, so when I press the button, on click of this button, it's gonna get in this document, in this document, it's gonna look for the ID demo, right? And then it's gonna display the date. So if I click here, boom, it displays the date. So today is October 7th. Oh, October 7th. Yeah, today is October 7th, 12:39. All right, Eastern Daylight Time, whatever, right? So this is JavaScript, okay? You can try by yourself if you want, for all of you who are following me, okay? And just give me 1 second because we have somebody new for here. I think something's wrong with my audio. I can't hear anything. Oh my God, I'm really sorry for that. You can try to look out and look in back again. Okay. Okay, just let me check. We have something. Mohammed, were you here last class? I think you were here last class. Anyway, for all of you who are new, again, we are explaining what is JavaScript for this class, okay? So you were here last class. So today you were here last class, perfect. So we're just explaining what is JavaScript, okay? So let's move on. Sorry, I have something in the chat. Okay, perfect, okay. So let's move on, right? Oops. So let me close a little bit. Let me close everything that is not related. So something that you guys saw in the little exercise that we were doing is the variables, right? This is very important. Very, very important. Okay, actually, this is not the variables, but okay. So anytime you're going to use JavaScript, before I go into the variables, anytime you're going to use JavaScript, we need to use these tags, right? What it means is script. JavaScript is a scripting language used for scripts. And if you are using the JavaScript embedded in the HTML code, we need to use the scripts, right? Another way to use it, to use JavaScript, is to make a file and then call that file from the HTML document. Or the other option is, for example, we're in the here in CodePen, all the code you can paste it in the JS part, okay? And then automatically it's gonna show up, it's gonna be working. For all of you who are new, well, we're gonna be opening the CodePen. Yeah, we're gonna be open. Okay, Philo is coming in again. Okay.
Is that free?
Yeah, it's for free. That's why we're using it actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, you can pay the pro version, which is great, but the idea is to use anything that we have for free in the internet, the resources, right? So we're gonna be working. This is gonna be the exercise for today, but it's gonna leave it for now. Let me explain it a little bit, right? So again, we're gonna be using this, right? We're gonna be making a HTML document with some JavaScript embedded. So when what are we doing? We're gonna be doing my first JavaScript. So what this code is doing, I'm gonna do it like this so you guys see. This is a web page without any JavaScript right now. This is a very plain, right? Very, very plain HTML document. Has nothing interesting, nothing really going on over there, right? Let's say that I put here a ID demo, and I'm just gonna say, this is my content. This is my content, right? Very plain. Somebody is in the chat. The chat doesn't show up. Okay. Write the JS code. Yeah, we're gonna be writing that down. Yeah. So for example, here, now we have some JavaScript code, right? If I run the web page, you see that it completely changed. Why? Because my paragraph was here. This is the content. This is my content. And then this script modified with this method modifies the content of that paragraph. And we were explaining in last class the different elements of HTML, different tags or elements in HTML. You can assign them tags. So this tag is demo. This paragraph is called demo. This is the ID. So what it's saying here is that in the document, look for demo, right? And then modify demo with this content, my first JavaScript. All right. Any questions so far, guys?
So practically it overrode it.
Exactly. It overrode it. Exactly. That's what we did right now. Yep. Somebody else has any other question? It's difficult to see the chat, guys. So sorry. Yeah. Okay, you can send me a chat or say something if you have any questions. Very simple. Very simple. Okay. The script change all the content of the paragraph. Yeah, in this case, yeah, exactly. So the script is the tag we use. The script is the tag we use to write the JavaScript statement. This right here is the JavaScript statement, right? This is the JavaScript statement. If I get rid of the JavaScript statement, you see, nothing happens because there is nothing. There's no JavaScript. There's nothing. There's no behavior. It's just a plain document. But if I put it here, change it, right? I actually can say change. Change. Okay. Okay. Any other questions? You guys good? Good so far? Questions, concerns?
Professor,
Yes.
what is the difference when you use CodePen compared to REPL or BS Code?
Well, I haven't used those tools that you just said. Usually, what I do is that, or what I'm trying to do lately, is to do everything on AWS. All the online code. I mean, as I was explaining last classes, everything is turning online. Pretty much you guys are going to be working as a programmers. You guys are going to be using one of the cloud computing services, mainly AWS or Azure or Google Cloud, because they are the three main ones and they have the market. So CodePen is just one of these tools that is more like, to be honest, for learning and to get used to what it is that, right? So I have like no, I have no, I haven't used the REPL one that you said, and the other one. If you can send me that the chat right now, and I can take a quick look. How do you call it? Can you send me that to the chat, and I can look that for it very quickly? Okay. And what's the other one you said?
VS Code, give me 1 second, I'm gonna send you. I'm only saying because when you Google or you search or, videos or anything, that's what they use. So that's, I just was wondering what was the difference.
Oh, okay, okay, perfect. This another, I mean, it's kind of the same thing. This is more complete. This is more complete because it uses, they give you the options to work with another programming languages, but it's the same idea. It's the same idea. And I can tell that this one is more elaborated. It will give you the option to uh, introduce a database and also control the versions with GitHub right away, which is great. Which is great. And thank you for telling me about this one. Maybe we can use it for the next semester. Right?
I send you the other one.
Visual Studio Code Editing. Visual Studio, this one? Where they find it? Okay.
That one is free because
We call Visual Studio, yeah. Done for Windows. Okay. So anything that is Microsoft, to let you know, is kind of a push to make people use Azure of Microsoft.
I mean, like I said, I don't know.
But this is great. I mean, this is great, and this is more elaborated. I can tell. I had used Visual Studio before this version as well. Yeah, this is more elaborated, and especially you use this for when you are using like C++, C Sharp.
Oh,
Yeah, when you're doing more like real, no, I mean not say real, but like applications, like real software applications. This is like more for web development. That we are using a CodePen because CodePen is like very web oriented.
oh, okay.
Very straightforward, very straightforward. But yeah, I can tell that's the difference. Kemlin, okay, Kemlin is coming. Perfect. So no more questions. I move on. Okay. Okay. The JavaScript we can place it on the head of the body. Not a big deal. usually the JavaScript code is placed in the head because usually it's like a configuration. Okay. Okay. We're gonna be doing this in a second. Okay, guys. In short. So what I want you guys to see right here is that usually when you place the code, we try to put the code in the head. So usually the JavaScript is like settings of the, it's just like settings of the HTML document in general. So what it's saying right here is that you have a button, this when this button is clicked, it's gonna call a function, and this function that is right here in the head is gonna change the paragraph. I'm really sorry if this is confusing for you guys at this moment, but it's kind of, how can I tell you, it's kind of important, and I'm just trying to put what is like we're gonna be using. We're gonna be using little JavaScript. I'm trying to make it the easiest as possible. So again, you need JavaScript code. You use the script, right? The script tag. And there is my function. What is a function? A function is a piece of code that you call anytime you need it. It is something that just happens when you press a button or when an event, a special event happens in your code or in any other case. I mean, for you who are familiar with that, I know that functions are like can be very easy. But just say that functions happens when you do something with the code, when something happens. Something happens, then a function is called. So with this button, when it happens that this button is pressed, then this function is called, right? So again, when this happens, what happens? When this happens, that this button is pressed, when this button is pressed, on click, then it jumps right to the function. And in this function, it says, again, in the paragraph demo, the paragraph demo is right here, you're gonna change the content of the paragraph. Okay. All right, guys, questions so far for that? We're moving forward, we're moving towards what we're gonna be doing for this session. Questions, comments, something, somebody say hi, somebody doesn't say. You guys good? Everybody good over there? Okay.
Yeah, just following along. Yeah.
Sorry?
I'm just following along what you're doing. Yeah.
Okay. Somebody say, I'm sorry, Anley, I was in the center, it was in the center meeting. It's okay, Anley, it's completely fine. We're just introducing a little bit JavaScript. Sorry, Denisha, I didn't see this message of you. Yeah, Visual Studio Code is great. A lot of jobs use it. That's completely true. That's right. I encourage you, all of you guys who are going to be working with C++, C#, C, Java, to use Visual Studio. Definitely. You can do a lot of, I mean, you can do many things. You can do Python as well, or a little bit of web development. But yeah, it's more, usually people use it more for like C++, C#, JavaScript, sorry, Java, not JavaScript, Java. Okay. So don't worry, Kenley, we're going to be doing the exercise. I think the exercise is going to be clarifying. If you have questions, let me know. Okay, so pretty much JavaScript is the code, the real code of the HTML of the web development. In the web development, this is the real code. It modifies the behavior of a web page, and we use the script tags. When you want to put it embedded in an HTML, we use the script tag.
I have a question.
Yes.
The script tab always has to be between the head.
No, nope. It can be in the body or the head. You know, it can be in the body or in the head. And sometimes, I mean, many times you're gonna see that is used, especially the functions. JavaScript, usually we work with a lot of functions. So usually what we do is that you put those functions in the head, or in very elaborated web pages. What you do is that you don't even put the JavaScript, or you don't put a lot of JavaScript code in the HTML. What you do is that you make a different file. You make different files. With those files, you just call the files, depending on what's going on. That's how the real web page, the real website actually works. Okay, so okay, let's move on. All right. So that was it. You said that it's in the body. This is what I was explaining. You can put it in the head. You can put it in the body, right? Kind of the same thing. Let's move on. External JavaScript. This is what I was explaining, that you can use a file, right? We're not going to be using files. Why? Because the idea is that we do everything in the cloud. So that's why we are using CodePen. Guys, for all of you who doesn't have a CodePen account, this is the right moment to open it, okay? You can go to codepen.io and open an account, because we're going to be working in CodePen like, I don't know, 5 minutes, in 5 minutes. Okay, guys, if you have any questions, if you have any concern how to open the account, let me know.
Can you link that also to the chat, please?
Sorry?
Can you link that also?
Yeah. Yeah, for all of you who doesn't have it, okay, just open an account. Very easy with your email. What email? Whatever email you use. I mean, whatever is comfortable for you. Can be the school, can be anything else, but just open an account, right? Okay. So this is what I was explaining, right? This is very important. External JavaScript advantage. It separates HTML and code, because you don't want to be everything in one thing. So it's gonna be messy, and then maybe you cannot understand. And also it makes HTML and JavaScript easy to read and maintain. Maintain is the main thing when you have a website, because website has to be maintained. They are always changing, and to change things in a website, it's better to have these different files, right? Yeah, and cache JavaScript file can speed up page load. Yeah, that's true as well. And web pages are even faster when the JavaScript is in a different file. Okay. Okay. No, I just move to variables. Okay. Okay. And here, for all of you guys, this is very, very, very important because this is basically something that you're going to be using for any other programming languages, which is that variables. And the little exercise was about this. Why? Because this is very important. in in when we are coding, when we are using programming languages, everything is about variables. Everything. What we are doing is manipulating variables, different kind of variables, and we are giving results. We are showing anything. Variables can be numbers, can be a name, can be an array, can be a decimal, can be a binary number, can be a picture, can be an array of pictures. Variables is can be pretty much anything. A variable can be the address of a memory in your memory RAM, the address of one place in your memory RAM. Variables are anything. And it's very important that you guys can learn how to manipulate variables if you will want to be programmers in the future. But as I told you before, the idea is that you have like an introduction to it. And I think the very best example that we can have for that. So we're going to be doing this here is just to display the sum of two numbers, okay? Sorry for all of you guys that it's very easy, can be uncomfortable, but we have to start from somewhere. For all of you who already know this, good to remember. That's all I can tell. So for example, if I run this, what I have right here, what just I did, I just took away most of the JavaScript code, right? So, and it says I have a title, JavaScript variables, and I have a paragraph. In this example, X, Y, and Z are variables, right? So what's the first thing to define a variable, right? How do you define a variable in JavaScript? Very easy. You just write var, var. Then you put the number, you put the letter of the name that you're going to be using. In this case, we're going to be using just X. Equals, and then you put the value. It's going to be 5. And then semicolon. That's very important. Always put semicolons after every single statement with JavaScript. If you mess up, if you miss one semicolon, you are going to get errors. And this is very common. This kind of errors, okay? So what I'm doing here is just saying that variable X, there is a variable that is just defined called X, and X is going to be equals 5. Easy, right? Then we're going to be using Y, another variable, right? Very easy. You define a variable Y. Can be any other name, right? And can be any other value. Let's say that I want to see 500 and 654. And then I define a variable, and this is very important as well. JavaScript, very easy. I'm going to define that this variable z is going to be equals to the sum, to the addition of X and Y. Right? Very simple. What happens if I run this? Nothing happens. Why nothing happens? Because I have nothing to display. I mean, I don't have the code that is necessary to display this in the web page. So if I run this web page, what it's doing is, okay, I print this out, JavaScript variable. I print the paragraph. In this example, blah, 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 X and Y are variables right here. And then it creates this paragraph, demo. Okay, the demo doesn't have any content, so that's why you cannot see it. and then this script, JavaScript. And in this script, you are just defining X, Y, and Z, but you're not displaying it. That's why we cannot see it. So what we need the value of Z is Z, zebra, right? And that's why when I run it now, sorry, let me display this in a manner that is kind of easier for you to understand. Yeah, this is easier for you to understand. So I say that in the document, look for demo, and the value of this paragraph demo is going to be the value C is plus Z. It's going to be displaying this sentence plus the value Z. I run it and it displays the summatory. Question, guys.
The plus is for concatenation, isn't it?
Yes, exactly. You're concatenating both of them. That's why it shows that way. Yep, you're completely right, Maricela. Questions, another questions, guys. Do somebody's lost? Everybody understand what we're doing? What we're dealing with? Don't be shy, don't be shy. Let me double check the chat. We have 15 people, only have 13 now. What's going on? Okay. It's very straightforward. Very, very straightforward. Okay, somebody said, I am lost. Hello, I think. Hello. Okay. Okay, hello. Let me start from the beginning. In JavaScript, you need the script, right? For JavaScript, we need scripts, right? The script tag. This is the web page right now. I mean, just to show you, let me show you. This is the web page without any JavaScript, right? It has 3 elements. It has one title. It has one paragraph that says this, and also it has another paragraph that doesn't have anything. Actually, to show you, I can put, you're gonna say hello. There are 3 paragraphs, right? So this is the script. There's nothing in the script. There's no behavior. There's
Professor, can
Yes?
you move the ID and demo?
Where?
You see that there's you just write hello,
Yes.
and right left side of hello there is like ID and demo. Can you delete that?
Oh, I mean the ID demo. I need the ID demo. I need
Oh,
it
so
because I'm gonna be changing the content of the paragraph. So in,
oh,
order, in
so
order to
so
do
those
that,
are those are crucial. Without those we can't do that.
I mean the ID is crucial. Yeah, the ID is crucial because, and with the ID, the JavaScript code is gonna know where to change what paragraph is gonna change. So if you see the first paragraph doesn't have any ID.
Hmm.
Paragraph has an ID. Why? Because this is the paragraph I want to change, right? Is that clear? Let
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I get that.
me show you the script. So here in the script, we have demo again. Why demo? Because we're gonna be changing demo, right? So
Yeah, you can name it whatever you want, isn't it?
exactly. Can be, for example, I don't know, WH. Let's just say whatever, I don't know. That was the first thing that came to mind. Can be WH. Can be my name. Why not? Why not? Still it's gonna work, right? Doesn't matter. They just say demo because just a demo, right? But it can be anything. So here we define a variable. This is the way to define variables. Here we define another variable. And here we do the summatory of those two variables. But we will, because we want to display the result, we do this. Jorge, in the paragraph Jorge, look for the paragraph Jorge and change it. What is going to be the content of the paragraph Jorge? This is going to be the content. The value of Z is, the value C is the summatory of these two. All right? You guys following? Okay. Let me check in the chat. Somebody is there. Somebody in the chat. Somebody in the chat. In the chat. Okay. So also we can do this. We can manage variables with names. For example, I can do this. Jorge ID. So instead of ID, I'm just gonna put name. Right? And instead of numbers, we can use strings or letters. So we do like this. Also, anything that is not numbers, you put in quotations, right? So for example, Jorge. And let's see here, it is. And I leave a space. I do this. I did it in purpose. And I can say that my name is plus C. My name is. So if I do this, okay, why it's not working? Oh, I made a mistake. What is my mistake? Again, I changed the ID of the paragraph, right? The paragraph right now is called name, but
Let's calling Jorge.
exactly. Here is going to be looking for a paragraph called Jorge, but the paragraph doesn't exist, right? So that's why the ID is so important, guys, because you know, because the code, the JavaScript knows where it's going to be pointing at. Here it's going to be pointing to something that doesn't exist. So that's why we have to change it to name. So that's why that my name is Jorge Perez now is displayed. Questions, guys? By the way, this is so super easy because in another programming languages, if you're defining a number, you have to say what kind of number it is. If that is float, that is double, there is an integer. If there is a binary, whatever. If you are doing this in another programming language, you have to define if there is a char kind, or if there is a string, or any other thing. So that's why that's one of the reasons we are also want you guys to introduce with coding with JavaScript, because it's easy. Questions so far? Questions. We have
Okay, Professor. There's written document dot get element by ID. Do we need to write that while creating a JavaScript, or that will be automatically created?
Yeah, you need to write down if you want to display or to. I think we're going to be using some other examples, but yeah, you need to use this. This is a method. A method is something that I'm going to explain it now. I'm just going to say that's a command.
So we need to memorize that?
I don't think you need to memorize anything while you're coding. I think that you need to know how things work, actually. That's actually what you need. No, you don't need to memorize it, you need to copy and paste it. But you need to know what it does, how does it work?
Okay, you say copy and paste it. Copy and paste it from where?
You can type it down if you like, copy and paste it from then, or you can just copy and paste it from the thing that is about. For example, I gave a couple of things. Give me one example. Give me 1 second. For example, in this link that we are working with variables, you guys can start working with it. All right. To be honest with you guys, I don't like to copy and paste, especially for people who is starting to work with code. Why? Because it's important for you guys to make mistakes. And when you copy and paste, usually you don't make mistakes. The problem with the copy and pasting for this session is that we don't have many, for this club, is that we don't have many sessions. We don't have many time. So I want you guys to get things done. So that's the main reason. But if you guys want to type up everything, please do it. And make mistakes. Please make mistakes. Because as you make mistakes, you learn. Trust me. I was like really, really, really bad at coding when I first started many years ago. Many years ago. I'm not saying that I'm super great, excellent, wow. No. But I was really, really bad. I was really, really lost. Making mistakes again and again and again and learned. So yeah. Let's see what else do we have here. Okay, buttons. Let's move to buttons. This is pretty much the same thing. I think we can start working now. We can start working now on the. We can start working now. Yeah. I think there is something else that I didn't do last semester. This is important. I think we might be using this. At least I'm gonna try to explain it. As I told you guys before, JavaScript, we have functions. And we usually call these functions when something happens. When something happens, we call these events. In the event where this happened, you do this. In the event something else happens, you do this. That's what we, sorry. That's what we are doing here. For this project, I don't think we're gonna be doing like, we might not be working with a lot of events, but I think the main kind of event that we're gonna be using definitely is buttons. What happens when you press a button? For example, I press this button and it shows me the date and time when I press the button, right? I showed this before, but let me show you. Here is the button. Here, okay, again, this is the paragraph, right? The paragraph. Button when on click, when you get a click, please call this function. Call this function. And then you display, you call this function, right? When you click, you call this function, right? The name of the bottom of the test on the bottom is the time is. Very straightforward. You can put anything else. You can just say time, for example. Why not? And when you press the button, you go to function. This is how you create a function. Functions, you put the special word function then you put the name of the function, then you use these two parentheses, and then the braces. You open the braces, right? Anything within the brackets, whatever it's called, is what it's going to be doing. The function is going to be doing, right? Document get element by ID, demo, right? It's going to display the date right here. Okay. Questions so far, guys? We're going to be working after this. Questions.
Date it's a built-in function in JavaScript, right?
Exactly. Yep. That's why it just displays the function. Yep. We're not going to be using the date built-in function, actually, but yeah. Some other questions? Something in the chat? Okay. I think everybody's good so far. So let's move on. Let's move to Copen. Who doesn't have Copen?
I'm signing in right now. I'm sorry. I was paying attention to your class.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. If somebody else doesn't have it, please let me know. If you have any problem, please let me know right away. And this is the what we were doing last class, right? We made a very basic HTML with okay. We made a very basic HTML with a title, a body paragraph, and a picture. Okay. So maybe just maybe we can. Well, you know what? I don't want to mix the CSS, HTML, JavaScript all together like right now. I don't want to confuse people. But this is the CSS code that we use, or that I use personally for my work for this web page. All right. So everybody in Copen, please let me know. Please, guys. Copen. Copen here, Copen there, Copen. Yes, no. I just made an account. Perfect. Yeah, I just want to make sure that everybody's there, because if you don't have your account open, then you're gonna be lost. Yeah. Yeah, we have 3 people so far. Nice. Okay. This is where we are gonna be doing this session. I think it's time to start. Okay. So give me 1 second. We're gonna be working with this step by step. Okay. So I'm gonna copy and paste. Okay, save.
What are you taking out?
Yeah, just checking out because I want to do this step by step with all of you guys. So give me 1 second. Okay. So all of you who are new to CodePen, you can go please to New Pen. And it should show up a web page with the 3 boxes. Okay. Oh.
Yeah, hello?
Pen,
Yeah.
right? I think everybody's there, right?
Huh?
And what's the first thing? I think something-
Like,
Okay. Okay, I think most of the people is in CodePen now. So we're going, right, to create the HTML document, right? HTML, opening a colon syntax, right? I'm gonna be doing this kind of fast. Let me know if you guys lost, okay? I try to type in the most I can. I will try to do it. Make it faster, okay? So it is body. Everybody there? Everybody following? This is the first thing you always do when you are doing a code pen, right? I'm gonna put here, okay, on title, what's going on? Title, and session 3. You can put everything you like, but I just put this kind of name because I don't want to get lost. All right, body, right? So what's the first thing we're gonna do? For example, oh sorry, let's do an H1. What is an H1? An H1 is a title, right?
The heading for the title.
Yeah, guys, another thing. I want you to put your own text, okay? I don't want you to use to do exactly what I'm doing. I mean, the content. For example, this I'm gonna be putting this is my first JS. I'm gonna say by Jorge because I mean make it yours. All right. All right. So who's lost? Everybody there? It is very straightforward, right?
Professor, what does H1 means?
That means hidden, or that we just use that for to place titles in the HTML document.
Oh, okay, heading, okay. All right.
So let me actually 1 second. Huh? Oh, okay. Okay. So paragraph, right? Paragraph. See that I am typing everything with you guys. Okay. Who has the paragraph and who has the title? Who doesn't have it? You guys good over there?
Can you just slow down for 1 second because I'm just catching up?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, you guys good? All right. Okay, so what are we gonna be doing now? We're gonna add some behavior. We're gonna be changing the behavior of this web page. So what do we need? We need JS, JavaScript, right? We have two options. I'm gonna save this. We have two options, right? Oh, by the way, guys, be saving, okay? Keep saving it. We have two options. We can write down the code in the HTML with the script tag, or we just can write it down here, right? So what I'm gonna be doing? Let's move on. I'm gonna be this one. I'm gonna copy and paste it. Let's do the copy and paste it. Let's start doing it. This paragraph, if I want to change this paragraph, I need an ID. What is the ID? You can put your own ID. Let's say P1. I don't know. I'm just going to use this one now. Let's do this because we're not going to be using CSS now. I button on clean my function. So what are we going to be doing here? What I just created. First of all, I put an ID to the paragraph so we can change it, right? And also I create a button, right? Everybody's typing that down. So how do you create a button in HTML? You create, right, the bottom tag, the opening tag, the closing tag, button, type. It's a button. You have to type that by default. And this is the most important thing. On click, this is an event. On click, you're gonna call my function. We're gonna be creating that function soon. And this is the test at the bottom. Everybody,
Professor, what does P1 means? P1, the one right beside the ID.
I mean, you can put anything you like. You can put,
Oh,
I mean, P1 is like paragraph 1.
oh, all right.
Like, I mean, Jorge again, you know, whatever. Can be anything you like. We're just gonna be using P1 as an example. All right, so let's move to the function. Peter says, I am done. Kidding, and we're starting a new project from last week. Yeah, sorry, Karen, I didn't see this before, but yeah, we're starting something kind of new from last week. Yeah. If for those who are advanced, you can use, for those who are advanced and were here last class, you can use what we were using last class with the CSS and everything, and you can try to change it. That'd be nice. If you feel that that is more challenging for you, we can try that. Yeah. So now let's add the JS, right? Let's add the JS. Oh, right? What's going on? Okay. So again, my function, right? As I said before, the JavaScript code, you can paste it. The idea is to work with the structure of the the structure of the code, right? So we're creating a function, right? Oops. That function is called my function, right? And then again, document, in this document, you're gonna look for this ID. Demo. No, not demo. Which one is the ID?
P1.
P1, right? You can be using another one, but I am using P1. So change that in the HTML. What are we gonna change? You see, it changed. So if I do it, right, okay, let's save it. And if I press here, change it. Okay, change it, you see it changed. Who's getting this? Who's not getting this?
I'm still working on it.
Perfect. All right, guys.
You have to slow down a bit because I'm typing this all myself since I wasn't here last week. So just
Sorry, what did you say? I didn't hear you.
no, that I wasn't here last week. It's my first week, so I'm typing this all in right now. So
Oh yeah, just typing in everything. Yeah, typing in everything. Yep. That's the idea, that you guys typing in everything that I have over there. Yeah.
Okay, Professor.
Yes.
What does that mean? On the HTML, it says like button type, button on click, my function. What does that line mean specifically?
Okay. You're creating a button, right? So you need to, button is an HTML tag. To create what? To create buttons, right? But type button. Why type button? Because in HTML, you have, let's say, like different kind of buttons. So just say that you're creating a button that is indeed a button. And I like to say this because we're not going to be using anything weird. We're going to be using buttons. And this is the important thing. What is this? What it's saying is that this button, when this button is on click, when it's clicked, it's going to be calling this function. This function is the actual JavaScript. So this JavaScript, my function, when you click it, that's why it jumps right to the JavaScript code right here. Make a jump. Okay, perfect. Somebody call me. What I'm doing? I'm going to be looking in the document for an ID called P1. And I'm going to change it for what? I'm going to change it for this. Right? Pretty much that's what it is. Oops. Do we have something in the chat? Chat. Okay. Any more questions? Let's move on. Everybody has this. I don't want to move on if anybody doesn't have it. I mean, everybody should have this. So let me know if you don't have it, and I can help you. All right?
the only thing that I don't have the same is the font. See where it says this is my first JS? It's not the same font on mine. And I'm trying to look what's the difference.
I mean, the font doesn't matter.
Oh, the font doesn't matter.
The font doesn't matter. As long as
Okay.
it's working, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not like, we are not working with CSS right now, or maybe it's just something in your browser, so it's not a big deal. Okay. Anybody else? Do you guys has it? If you don't say anything, I guess that we move on, but I don't want anybody to be left behind. Got it. Thank you. All right, let's move on. Okay. So what's the other example I want you guys to do? Okay. This is the first example, right? So let's move to the other example. I'm going to create another paragraph. This guy, you can follow me, right? I'm going to be showing now. What is the sum of 50 and 95? Let's say because okay, perfect. So now I'm going to be creating another paragraph. This paragraph is going to be calling, can be P2, oh sorry, P equals maybe P2, or maybe I just gonna say result. Right? Then I'm gonna put this. So result doesn't have anything, right? It's empty. Now I'm gonna be creating another button. Button I equals a regular button and click will be equals, let's say zoom. Right? And then let's say show the answer for the answer, right? Then we close the button tag. All right, who's there, who's not there? I made a typo, you see? That's why I like people to type it in, because it's important to make mistakes. Right? Perfect, I just fixed it. Yeah, nice, beautiful. So now I'm gonna be working on my JS function soon, right? Open and closing tag. then I'm gonna be creating a variable. Variable x equals 50 semicolon. Remember the semicolon bar y equals 95 semicolon. Let's say bar x equal x plus y semicolon. Sorry. Right. Then write down document period ID member ID results inner HTML equals this is the answer plus C. Okay. Okay. Beautiful. So I've been typing all this with you guys because I want you to type it in to make mistakes and look for the mistakes. But also we all of us we are kind of in the same page. Okay. So who got this done? Who doesn't have it actually? I mean, well, yeah, who doesn't have it? If you guys have
Professor, how we're going to get the recording of the class?
the recording on the class, I'm planning on making, I think we have a YouTube channel. So the idea is to load a video over there. Okay.
So how long may it take to get the video on the YouTube channel?
When the video is uploaded, and I'm gonna be talking to Vanessa. So somehow she sent an email to you guys where all the information is gonna be. Okay.
All right, cause Professor, I need to go now. My another class is going to start now.
Okay, perfect.
All right.
Thank
All
you so much
right.
for coming, and don't worry, next class we're gonna be okay. Okay, we're
All
gonna
right.
be along.
Have a nice professor. Have a good day.
You too. Take care. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye. All right, who has it? Who doesn't has it? Please let me know if you doesn't have it, because then we're gonna be moving to the other example that I like even more.
Can you give us a couple of more minutes, please?
Oh yes, please. Yes, yes. Just gonna leave it right here.
Says I have an error on the JS in the JS.
Okay, where are you?
It says string literal contains an unescaped line break.
Can you send me a screenshot in the chat? But I can tell you that you can double check. You have the semicolons. Double check also the quotations. And also be careful of the capital letters in the method, in the comment. These capital letters are very important. If you don't have it like that, I don't think it's gonna work. You're gonna get mistakes, errors as well. All right. I don't think we're gonna have time for the other example, guys. The other example is really fun. How to show a picture. I don't think we're gonna have time, but usually in the last 5 minutes of the class, 5 to 10 minutes, what I like to do is just to show I mean, I like guys to show what you have. It's a shame that we're not gonna have time for the other one, but I want you, some of you guys who has this already done, if you can show me what you have. Okay, Marion said, got it. Everybody got it? Okay, just gonna copy and paste it. Just gonna copy and paste it to show you guys what does. Okay, section 3. The variables is done. Function image. You still can try to do it, but I'm just gonna show it very quickly. Some of you guys who said that you are done, that you got it, please, if you want to show me, you can tell me in the chat who wants to be first. The last example that I wanted you guys to do is to press a button and show a picture. In this case, the picture is a duck. And this is a duck. I love this picture, by the way. How do I do it? I create images, right? And that images, the source of the picture, I change it. I change it when I press the button. That's all I do. I don't use this address. I don't use this address. It doesn't matter. Anyway, Camlin, I think you are done. Can you show what you have?
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. I think I have to allow you to do it. Where am I supposed to do it? Oh my God. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. Right? So multiple participants. Who can share all participants? Okay. Can you do it now, Kenlin? Please. Thank you for doing. Okay, this thing changed. Perfect. Now he's going to show what is okay. Perfect. Thank you for using to personalize it. That's very good. Okay, somebody else? Marion, Kiro, you can just share it. We have 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. Don't be shy. Anybody else?
Can I share mine and you can
Yeah,
see what's wrong with it? Yeah, hold on.
Go ahead. Okay, syntax errors missing. You are missing the brackets. That's why. Yeah.
Which one on
In my function,
The curly brackets.
yeah, the curly brackets. Yeah, you have to put the opening one and the closing one. If you don't have it. Yes, you have to put all the code inside those brackets.
then the close?
You have to put it after change it. The semicolon after change it, you have to put it over there. Yeah.
The close one?
Yeah, here. There, yeah. Yeah.
And then I think there's another one, right?
And you're also missing the closing one. Over there, yeah. Yeah.
Is that it, right?
Yeah, that's it. You can try it now. Let's see.
I'm really trying to get. I'm really trying to get.
I mean, just press the button.
So give me an
I
error.
just want him to shoot, bro. Like
Let's see what it is.
put it in him, bro.
You come.
I saw he has one more error.
Why did he just keep running, bro?
Okay.
Is it this? It's saying
You need to close your curly braces.
Martin Mello, you know, like Jeremy Lin and JR.
You need the closing quotes for the
You need
inner.
the close. Yeah, you need the closing quote. Yeah.
oh here.
Yeah.
So
Honestly, I don't know why.
You can move down. No. The
Bro, Novak might kryptonite.
quotation.
where here or
Yeah, instead of the parentheses, you need the closing quotation. So anyway, guys, because we're running out of time,
I wanted to steal.
yeah, just one. Next class, you can go down now.
What's going on? My internet. What?
Go down, go down.
Bro, how did you get it?
Okay. I don't know what's the other mistake.
You guys eat.
Pressing the warning button to see what it is. Anyway, unexpected token plus. Oh yeah, in variable in line 6 you have plus instead of equal. All this type of now it's good. All right.
okay.
All right, so you can stop sharing now. So guys, next class, we're gonna be working the project. We're gonna finally be working the project and we're gonna be, okay, perfect. So can you stop sharing for a moment, please?
Hold on.
Yes, please, thank you. So we're gonna be working in a project, I'm gonna be showing what is gonna be the template. And
Man ain't even shooting like this. What
add 4 different options is clock,
Oh,
store,
Then
we have
Johan
a
had
cell
his
phone,
microphone.
or shoes. Sorry?
No, he just closed it.
Oh yeah,
Johan.
exactly. So next time I'm gonna be showing the example. We're gonna start modifying the template. And well, I think that's all. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming. We're not having coding club next Wednesday. And also keep practicing. All right, guys.
But we will be back on October 21st.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. What happened on Wednesday? Next Wednesday.
It follows a Monday schedule because Monday is a holiday for Columbus Day. So
Oh.
Wednesdays, the college is following a Monday schedule.
Gotcha.
Yes. So, well, guys, thank you so much for coming, and we'll see you next time. Right?
Professor, one last question.
Yeah.
Should we send you the link of our stuff that we did it, or?
Oh no. Just keep it for yourself. Just keep that for yourself. We're gonna be working. Everything's gonna be on the code pen, and anytime if I need to get access to that, you can give me the link. But no. So far, no, we don't need it. All right.
Okay, thank you.
All right. You're welcome. All right. Have a good day.
You too.